In 1941, the government of the United Kingdom requested American help with housing prisoners of war due to a housing shortage in Britain, asking for the USA to take 175,000 prisoners. The United States agreed to house them, although it was not prepared. Almost all German-speaking Americans were engaged overseas directly in combat efforts, and the American government feared the presence of the Germans on US soil would create a security problem. Upon arriving in America, the comfort of the Pullman cars that carried them to their prisoner camps amazed the Germans, as did the country's large size and undamaged prosperity. They stayed in 700 camps in 46 states. Other than barbed wire and watchtowers, the camps resembled standard United States or German military training sites. The Geneva Convention's mandate of equal treatment for prisoners also meant they were paid American military wages. They could work on farms or elsewhere only if they were also paid for their labor, and officers could not be compelled to work. As the United States sent millions of soldiers overseas, the resulting shortage of labor eventually meant that German POWs worked toward the Allied war effort by helping out in farms and other places deemed a minimal security risk. The minimum pay for enlisted soldiers was $0.8 a day, roughly equivalent to the pay of American private. Part of their wages helped pay for the POW program, and the workers could also use the rest as pocket money for the camp canteen. They were insufficient American guards, especially German speakers. They mostly supervised the German officers and NCOs who strictly maintained discipline. The Germans woke their own men, marched them to and from meals, and prepared them for work. Their routine successfully recreated the feel of military discipline for prisoners. Luxuries such as beer and wine were sometimes available, and hobbies or sports were encouraged. Many prisoners found that their living conditions and prisoners were better than as civilians in cold water flats in Germany. The prisoners were provided with writing materials, and they were allowed regular correspondence with family in Germany. Many devoted Nazis remained loyal to their political beliefs and expected a German victory until the Allies crossed the Rhine in March 1945. Often members of the Afrika Korps who had been captured early in the war during Germany's greatest military successes led work stoppages, intimidated other prisoners, and held secret kangaroo court for those accused of disloyalty. Those convicted were sometimes attacked or killed in a process. Most prisoner suicides were likely murders. Less than 1% of all prisoners of war in America attempted to escape, and most were unsuccessful. The likelihood of an escape returning to their forces overseas was very remote. The wish to avoid boredom was the reason most often given by those who attempted to escape, hoping to reach Argentina. Although they expected to go home immediately after the end of the war in 1945, the majority of German prisoners continued working in the United States until early 1946.